It's the Andy Griffith Show, facts and trivia, with your host, Bob Snap.
Hey guys, welcome to the Andy Griffith Show, facts and trivia. Thank you for being here. Today's video is on what happened to Jack Burns after he was fired from the Andy Griffith Show. It's about time for Mayberry fans at long last to stand up and defend a fallen soldier, a man who was cast in a role that no one could have found success in. I'm talking about the nephew of Floyd the Barber himself, poor Deputy Warren Ferguson, played by Jack Burns. Burns was brought on to replace Don Knotts after he left the Andy Griffith Show in its 5th season. The show's first reaction was to rewrite existing, yet-to-be filmed scripts for the new actor. Burns was a talented and funny man, but there was no way things were going to turn out his way when fans of the show started debating which actor was the funnier deputy. All told, Jack played Deputy Warren for just 11 episodes during the season 6. He showed up in October and he was gone by January. In an interview for Richard Michael Kelly's 1981 book, The Andy Griffith Show, Griffith revealed that I can't begin to explain how uncomfortable we were. I get strung out pretty easily, and if I'm uncomfortable, I'm hell to be around. And I was very uncomfortable. Just before Christmas, we decided we had to let him go and pay him off for the rest of the year. It wasn't Jack's fault. It was our fault. Maybe it was a rough holiday season for the lad. Who knows? What we do know is that after those 11 episodes, everyone on the show, even Andy, did their very best to pretend that Warren had never even stepped foot in Mayberry. It's hard to believe that a town as friendly as Mayberry would treat an eager and ambitious, albeit frequently bumbling deputy that way. After his brief stint on the Andy Griffith Show, Jack went back to doing what he did best, stand-up comedy. Before Andy, he had teamed up with the legendary George Carlin, and post-Andy, he found a new partner in an equally legendary and even zanier Avery Schreiber. Their comedy acts, Burns and Schreiber, became so popular that they ended up having their own primetime variety show on a couple of different occasions. Now, do you remember watching those guys host a Saturday morning cartoon preview show as a kid? And I never did connect Jack with Deputy Warren at the time. He had reinvented himself and found success on his own terms, but truthfully, the best is yet to come. After years in front of the screen, Jack had been conscious decision to step away, or better put, step behind the screen and focus on writing. He was a head writer and producer for The Muppet Show when it debuted in '77. And he co-wrote the screenplay for the movie based on that show, '79, The Muppet Movie. Writing about the period in Jack's life, blogger Mark Evanier said he was a charming guy, even funnier off stage than on, and he could be pretty darn funny on stage. Around the same time, Jack also wrote for Hee Haw. I don't think it was an accident that a recurring segment on Hee Haw featured George Lindsay reprising his role as Goober. Jack even showed up a couple times as a city slicker looking to pull a fast one on old Goob. In '77, Jack had the honor of hosting Saturday Night Live, and then he jumped on over to ABC to collaborate with Larry David on a similar type show, Fridays. Not bad for a young buck who at one time was run out of Mayberry for not being able to fill Barney Fife's bumbling shoes. When Jack passed on in 2020, comedian Melanie Chardoff, who had been worked with him on Fridays, lamented the loss of her tenacious friend by saying this on Instagram. Jack Burns has left the stage, and in his sweet hereafter, I know he'll dwell in the laughter. Let's chalk up Jack's early departure from the Andy Griffith Show to a perfect storm of circumstances that no one, not even the mighty Jack Burns, could overcome. His story, however, is one of resiliency and never giving up. And because of those traits, we are all blessed with some wonderful comedy, courtesy of the man who once is inspired to hold up the law in a little town in North Carolina. That's what I've said all along, man. You can't put it on Jack Burns. He's a really good actor, funny man. But nobody was going to replace Don Knotts as Barney Fife, and that's what they was trying to do. They was trying to replace Don Knotts, and they shouldn't have. They should have used him, could have used the same character, just don't put him as a deputy. Give him a work at the filling station or work at the post office or something like that. And he would have worked out. I believe that. He was a funny man. Anyway, all I got for you here. Please check out classic rural comedies, facts, and trivia. It would be on 8 things that you probably don't know about Green Acres. It's going to be a good one. Classic TV facts and trivia. Whatever happened to Everybody Loves Raymond's Madeline Sweeten, who played Allie, the little girl. And classic rock, country music, facts and trivia, so cool. Luke Combs flexes a CMA Awards with a watch that's linked to Elvis Presley and Johnny Cash. And faith and entertainment, I find this, everybody needs to wake up to this, by the way. Forrest Frank speaks out as AI artist, artificial intelligence artist, nabs the top Christian album on iTunes. Person doesn't exist. Artificial intelligence, not a human. And they got the #1 album in Christian music. Shouldn't be done. Same thing with country. #1 country song, I don't know if it still is or not, was AI. It's running real people out of business, real humans out of business. That's just wrong. You agree? Go watch these videos, please. I would appreciate it. And please subscribe here if you have not yet. Please like this video, please. Please hype this video, please. You guys have a great day. God bless, and I'm praying for you.